Hi, so we're gonna talk about how to learn English. Don't forget subscribe and like. We can say the power English, but the content, the focus, the topic in this video is going to be focused on the psychology of learning and the psychology of success. No, these ideas, they're not just my ideas. In fact, they come from a lot of other people. They come from famous success coach. So I have taken a lot of ideas from a lot of different people about this topic of the psychology of success. And the reason that we're gonna talk about this in this video is that in my experience, most English students struggle and fail because of psychology, not because of methods, not because of teachers. Those things are important. The fact that psychology is 80% of success. Many English students, we can say that psychology is 80% of success. So 20% are the methods you use to study, 20% are the school you go to, the teacher you have, the books you use. Those are important. We talk a lot about them. But the other 80% is psychology. Your motivation, your emotion, how you manage your time. All of these things are in fact much more important. What I saw in classes were that the enthusiastic students, the energetic students, the optimistic students always learn much faster. They succeed. The ones who failed, the ones who struggled had the opposite mentality. They had a very negative mentality. Their motivation was low. They tended to be pessimistic. They felt that they weren't good at English. They had idea that English was very hard, very difficult. They struggled. They didn't have enthusiasm for English. They didn't love English. So that in fact you get stronger and stronger with English, and your psychology gets stronger and you succeed. You reach your goal. You speak fluently, effortlessly. So among teacher, English teacher, language teacher, this topic is called non-linguistic factor. Non-linguistic factor. So what? Non-linguistic factor means is things that are not related to language learning directly. When we talk about language learning research, when we talk about the best methods to use when you learn English, those are linguistic factors, right? They're related to the language. Non-linguistic factor means not related to the language. This has nothing to do with English. It's more about psychology, motivation. For example, is a non-linguistic factor. So all it really means is just emotional factor. And these are actually many research studies about this topic. Dr. Stephen Krashen down in Los Angeles, probably again the expert in language acquisition. Acquisition, it means learn something and keep it a long time. And language learning has done many studies, and he has also looked at many studies, and he's found that non-linguistic factors are equally or in fact more important than the linguistic factor to determine who is successful ultimately. What that means is that things like your emotion, things like your peer group, the community that you belong to, your feeling about English are as important or more important than the methods you're using to learn English. So, how are we going to do this? How are we going to learn? Well, one of the things we have to do is create a daily English ritual. You need to engage your psychology. That means you need to engage and use your body. You need to engage and use your subconscious. That's how you start to affect and strengthen your psychology. So, we have to strengthen our psychology. What does that mean? It means affecting your body and your mind at the same time, so that you actually feel better. Your emotions are happier while you're learning English. And I know this is the opposite of what you learned in school. You probably didn't feel very happy when you were sitting in your English classes. But when you're learning with effortless English, it's very important for you to feel happy, for your body to feel good, for your mind to feel good, for you to emotionally enjoy the process of learning English. Of course, it's just more fun. You're going to like it a lot better. But the other benefit is that you actually will learn faster. You will improve your grammar faster. You'll improve your pronunciation faster. You will remember vocabulary, words better, longer, and faster when you feel good.